אז שלום.
For 26 years, Miri's been living in Sderot. Last Friday night, they came back from a Shabbat meal, Sabbath meal. Her son lives actually in Sderot. Without further notice, that they had started having
פיצוצים, עירותים של קסאמים, זרקו עלינו טילים
of rockets of the Iron Dome with no alert system. Nothing warning them for anything, just out of the random just happening. So 12 intercepts of the Iron Dome above their heads. Her son, who was a soldier, was covering over one of the four of her kids were with her at the time. She had her oldest son was covering one of the babies.
כמובן, כי היינו חשופים, לא היה חומה ולא היה ממש
שום דבר
שיגן עלינו, הרגשנו חשופים ושרוצים להרוג אותנו, לרצוח אותנו
פשוט. And we're just, the feeling of being there, that the purpose is for this to be happening for us, for us to be killed or murdered. That was the experience at that moment, being over there, not having anywhere else actually to go. The children were screaming. There was chaos, not knowing what to do. They're literally feeling like they're about to die any second. So 300 meters from them, there was actually a bomb shelter, but they didn't have enough time to actually reach it, and they were literally there covering themselves on the ground itself. And they were completely helpless, not knowing what they could actually possibly do. 17 years, they're in a war situation. And this is, after 17 years from this past weekend, she decided this is enough. She wants to talk as much as she can as a mother, to speak up and to share this around to the world, because she feels like that nobody actually was hearing and even knowing about this. I decided that from here on, I'm not going to be quiet. I'll be sending a message to the world. This should not be continuing going on. We're living here on the front lines, here in Sderot and the entire south, and this is her crying out, saying that this should not be going on like this. We are in a war here against, if it's radical Islam, if it's Iran. It's a war that we have to be defeating. In a wartime, we have the responsibility to defeat and to actually win this kind of war, when the whole purpose is to try killing us in any ways possible every single day. The morals of the different societies is completely different. While we worship life and continue going on, they worship the death and the terrorism aspect of it, and one of son has to be defeated. So she's just saying, as a mother, also mothers over here, people that have children, understand we have to go through everything. She's saying this is unmoral, that she has to be thinking about the kids that always threatened going to school. They're experiencing attempted murder for 2 decades almost, and this is not a livelihood. And as a mother, there is we have to end this terrorism. As a mother, she's demanding for response to wipe out specifically those who want to kill us. So those are the terrorists themselves are the ones that should be completely annihilated, along with the education aspect, that they're teaching the whole children to become terrorists themselves. This has to be uprooted specifically as well. So Miri is saying here that also what she feels today, that also the world, but also the states, the way they're actually looking at the residents in the south are completely neglected, and this cannot go on, and she wants to speak up until they actually get a voice. She's saying, as reporters, it's very easy taking photographs or documenting the ones who are, sending the kite balloons and everything. And she's demanding that every time there's a rocket exploding or being fired over here, we should have 10 Hamas terrorists that should be killed. So she's saying, as a mother who is not sitting in the cabinet of the security, as a simple person, the solution right now is the ones who are being sent on the front lines on the gates. If it's specifically children, we have no choice either to kill them or the ones who are actually sending them. This is the basic solution she sees right now to be doing, not as someone, as we say in the government, as a resident, that it should be taking care of.